Christopher McCandless, a young explorer who chose the name Alexander Supertramp, is remembered as one of the most controversial adventurers of the modern era. His journey to an Alaskan oasis and his tragic death led many to question their own lives and values. Some consider him a visionary who rejected society's rules and searched for meaning. Others, an idealist who inflicted great pain on his family. He died of starvation in 1992 after months of solitude. Born in California on February 12, 1968, McCandless grew up in a dysfunctional family. According to his sister Corinne's book The Wild Truth, his parents, Walt and Billy McCandless, were frequently violent and abusive. Due to Walt's work as an engineer at NASA, the family moved frequently, eventually settling in Virginia. Christopher was distinguished by his interest in nature and history, graduating from Emory University in 1990 with degrees in anthropology and history. Works like Jack London's The Call of the Wild instilled in him a deep desire for freedom. After graduation, he began traveling across America in his old Datsun. After losing his vehicle in a flood in Nevada, he continued his journey by walking and hitchhiking. He lived in makeshift camps in the Sierra Nevada mountains, then went to Carthage, South Dakota, where he worked and made friends, but remained unattached to any one place for long. In the spring of 1992, seeking a new challenge, he headed for Alaska, the wild he had dreamed of as his final destination. Christopher McCandless hitchhiked nearly 3,000 miles from Carthage, South Dakota, to Fairbanks, Alaska. His goal, at the end of this long journey through Canada, was to venture alone into the wilderness near Denali National Park. People he met along the way described him as cautious, strange, and unkempt. On April 28, 1992, local electrician Jim Gallion gave him a ride from Fairbanks to the Stampede Trail near Healy. Despite McCandless's inadequate equipment and inexperience, Gallion was unable to stop him. Following the snow-covered trail, McCandless found an abandoned bus near Denali and made it his shelter. He carried a small amount of rice, a rifle, a few books, and basic camping supplies. In his journals, he recorded his efforts to feed on nature, his struggle to survive on small game, and his fascination with nature. On June 9, 1992, he shot a deer, but the meat quickly spoiled. "One of the greatest tragedies of my life," he wrote. He lived there for 113 days. When he tried to return to civilization in July, the Taclanica River, which he had easily crossed in the spring, had overflowed and become impassable. He was forced to return to the bus. In early August, he left an SOS note on the bus door. "I need your help. I'm so weak, I'm alone here. This is not a joke." In his last diary entry, he wrote, "Beautiful blue blueberries." A few days later, his entries stopped. In his last photo, he smiled and wrote, "I've had a happy life. Thank God. Goodbye, and God bless you all." On September 6, 1992, a hunter found McCandless's lifeless body on the bus. McCandless's journey through Alaska became a reminder of how fine a line the desire for communion with nature can tread between romantic ideal and deadly reality. The green and white bus on which Christopher McCandless spent his final days became a symbol of his journey. Over time, the site became a pilgrimage site for adventurers who came from all over the world to camp and reflect on McCandless's story. John Krakauer's book, Into the Wild, immortalized this story by recounting McCandless's motivations and tragedy. The book was later adapted into a film of the same name, cementing its place in modern culture.